Coming up on Channel 8 News, we'll hear how construction's affecting local businesses. Plus, see how a local swim club is making a splash in the Little Apple. And later, we'll hear from a horticulture expert about the best ways to mitigate allergy symptoms as plants bloom around campus.
Taking a first look at our weather in Manhattan today, currently temperatures are sitting in the high 60s, but there are some fast winds making it feel a little chillier. We'll have more weather for you later on.
This is KKSU-LD, broadcasting in high definition from Kansas State University, covering Manhattan, Riley County, and the Flint Hills. You're watching Channel 8 News.
Good morning and welcome to Channel 8 News. I'm Camden Tattenhorst. Coming up today, we'll learn why credit hour prices at Kansas State have increased and the impact it will have on students. And later, sports will take a look at plans by the NCAA to implement a new rule limiting football rosters. As the warm weather begins, so is the construction around town. A portion of US 24 highway on the north side of Manhattan was closed and crews began construction last Monday as part of the Kansas Department of Transportation's roundabout project. Gavin Pastine has more.
It's always important to be on time, especially for a hair appointment. Lux Manhattan Hair & Company has been serving the community just off US 24 for over 5 years now, and with the construction, it's been hard for their customers to be on time, let alone know where to go.
There's not really very clear signage over on the Seth Child side that indicates it's closed until you really get up there. So people being 15, 20 minutes late just because signs aren't there saying they can't get through this way.
The junction between K113 and K13 is expected to be closed to traffic until December, weather permitting, with a detour route on Marlette Avenue.
According to the Federal Highway Administration, roundabouts can greatly improve the safety of drivers by lowering traffic speeds, improving traffic control, and can substantially reduce the risks of crashes that result in severe injury or death.
Dara's Quick Stop is a first chance for folks to gas up coming in or out of town, and owner Chris Dara is excited for the project.
On here, they're going to be slowing down. They're going to already be turning right in front of us. So I think traffic will be tremendous. And we've heard a lot about this intersection and the accidents and the danger of crossing it. And so there are a lot of people already saying that they're happy it's happening.
For Sherry from Lux Manhattan, she says she'll see it when she believes it.
I think since they redid the intersection last time, widening the lanes, adding turning lanes, that was great. So I don't know how much a roundabout is going to improve that, but we'll see.
If the weather holds, this area could celebrate Christmas with a new roundabout and open traffic. In Manhattan, Gavin Pastine, Channel 8 News.
To stay up to date on the latest updates and news on the construction, you can visit www.ksdot.gov. Businesses in Manhattan will soon have a new way of setting up their web portals for payments. The City of Manhattan announced the recent purchase of new software called Oracle to help make the permit process easier for business owners. This decision came after wanting to speed up the process for those starting a business and getting their payments in faster.
From a high level is we're trying to streamline development, right? So what could take 45 days today, we'd like it to take 30 or less. So we're trying to eliminate steps throughout the process or shorten those steps so that reviews can happen quicker, applications can be submitted quicker, payments can happen quicker.
On April 7th, arts and science students received an email warning them about the process taking place for increasing the cost of credit hours within their college. Nate Lowen has more on the story.
After noticing the email that was sent out to all arts and science students, we decided to take a deeper dive and look into what the increase is for the credit hours.
We've asked for a fee increase of $5. So for every credit that an undergraduate or graduate student takes within the college, they currently pay $25 for each credit as a fee, and we've asked that the fee be increased to $30. Supplies for their classrooms every semester, and it's things you would think of like organic chemistry lab, but it's also things like repairing the musical instruments, mock trial trips, newspaper subscriptions, and with inflation, all those costs have gone up. So for the past 3 years, we've had to cut the classroom supply budget for departments by 25%.
Outside of graduate teaching assistants and school supplies, many students may be curious, where are they going to see the return on their investments.
Will the pay increase come back to the students? Yes. It will come back in terms of resources in their classroom, monies for research, monies for internships, monies for travel to present your research. And then the other thing, we provide funds for undergraduate students working in departments, so undergraduate teaching assistantships in laboratories and classrooms, and near-peer mentors, and we want to increase that program as well.
Now the final question still stands. When is this going to happen?
We got approval from the College Fee Committee to increase the fee, and then it has to go to KBOR to be approved, and I believe that's in June. So the fee, the earliest it could possibly start is fall 2025.
In Manhattan, Nate Lowen, Channel 8 News.
With the increase in cost, it has been stated that the arts and science payment still falls into the second lowest tuition across the Kansas State campus. Hundreds of people gathered for K-State's annual open house last Saturday for a day of entertainment, food, and fun. Channel 8 reporter Kyra Case has more with the story.
Kansas State's first open house was held in 1969 and has since become one of the most popular traditions at the university. People from all over come to learn more about campus, while students and faculty use it as an opportunity to share their work with anyone who's attending.
Yeah, I wanted to show people, especially a lot of people, they don't have really ideas or about the Middle East. Maybe, their opinion or their ideas is really through the media, and it's the stereotype, and which we don't get fair publicity through the media. So I'm here to show that where the mankind started, and even in the Bible, it's where the humankind started, and it's in the south part of Iraq.
The union was a central hub for the event, with several student organizations providing demonstrations for those who are attending.
When it comes to the psychology department itself, we really value the mental health of all K-State students, whether they're psychology students or not, which is why we have those resources like CAPS at Lafine or the various hotlines that students can call in the middle of a crisis at, ready to go. So that's a very big priority of our department here, and a message that we really like to spread to anybody that we can.
Although this event only lasted from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., attendees say the open house was a productive and fun day. In Manhattan, Kyra Case, Channel 8 News.
Students who missed the open house this year can visit K-State's website to view more events and community opportunities. Still ahead, we'll hear from Coach Colleen Corbin live about the spring soccer season. Plus, a closer look at the team's atmosphere and why both athletes and coaches share a love for this college town.
You ready?
If you can keep up.
Can you do this?
Yeah.
Let's do it. I got a job interview today.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Dad, come on. Starting.
This is a special place, Manhappiness.
This is a phenomenal institution, a phenomenal athletic program with a proud tradition.
They talk about family, and you can feel how genuine it is.
The community here is so strong. It's truly like the best in the world.
No matter where you come from, the color of your skin, or your religious background, together we make a family.
And when you love people, it's amazing what you can accomplish.
To the 5, to the goal line, touchdown, touchdown, Kansas inside for the 10. Sheldon is roofed by Carter. Gregory, step back 3, takes the shot from distance and scores! Stank, it is gone, it's a
great weekend we had, homecoming, great crowd, the crowd was phenomenal.
It's a great day to be a Wildcat!
New K-State soccer coach Colleen Corbin says she's ready to build a culture rooted in family and community as she leads the program into a new era. Channel 8 reporter Toby Hamas is here with Corbin to learn more. Toby?
Thanks, Camden. Colleen Corbin was introduced as the next head coach of Kansas State women's soccer in December, taking over from head coach Mike Dabini to be the second head coach in the program's history. Today we are joined with Coach Corbin. Coach Corbin, thank you for joining us.
Of course.
First off, I see lots of posts on social media, with lots of smiling with the team. Can you just walk me through what this first few months in Manhattan's been like?
Yeah, for sure. It's been challenging. I think our staff has come in and we've asked a lot of our players just in terms of the demands that we're putting on them, both from their time, their energy, their commitment, physically, mentally, emotionally. So it's been a change for sure. But I think one of the things that I've always put an emphasis on is joy and fun and laughter. And, all of us, staff included, work incredibly hard at the things that we do. And we want to make sure that everyone's showing up and enjoying every single moment. And we believe it doesn't have to be one or the other, right? It doesn't have to feel incredibly challenging or really fun. It can be both. And I think our girls are seeing a lot of reward for the work that they've been putting in, which is always an enjoyable experience.
Absolutely. And just looking at Manhattan, what excites you most about being here and being in the Little Apple?
Yeah, I love a college town. I went to school in a college town, Corvallis, Oregon, where Oregon State is. I've worked in a couple different college towns, and so for me, Manhattan is kind of the epitome of a classic college town, and we have all the resources here to be successful. We have an incredible community of people that support us both in the administration and just within the department in general, as well as the soccer community in Manhattan. And so it's just the moment I stepped on campus here and got to meet people and have conversations and engage with the players, it became very obvious to me that there's opportunity to be successful here and to really value what being in a college town brings, which is, again, a sense of community and support and an opportunity to be a part of something bigger than yourself.
Absolutely. That's all the time we have. Thank you for joining us, Coach Corbin, and I'll send it back to Cam.
Cool. Thank you.
Coming up next, a look at your full weather. Plus, struggling with allergies? You're not alone. Meredith will be back with a look at that in our weather forecast.
As college athletics continues to change, one thing has stayed the same:
the loyalty and support of our K-State family.
But now, there's a new way you can show your support.
You can now help student athletes like me get compensated for our name, image, and likeness.
Whether it is contributing to our official NIL collectives
or requesting autographs and more through the Open Doors Marketplace,
you are helping K-State student athletes succeed by connecting with you.
So what are you waiting for?
Come transform the K-State student athlete brand today.
This is a special place, man happiness.
This is a phenomenal institution, a phenomenal athletic program with a proud tradition.
They talk about family and you can feel how genuine it is.
The community here is so strong. It's truly like the best in the world.
No matter where you come from, the color of your skin, or your religious background, together we make a family.
And when you love people, it's amazing what you can accomplish.
Together, we represent a diverse and eclectic population.
Together, we believe that diversity, inclusion, and sportsmanship are expectations.
Together, we promote a welcoming and positive environment for all student athletes, coaches, and visitors.
Together, we treat all people with respect and dignity.
No matter their color, creed, gender, ethnicity, or sexual identity.
Together, we are an empowered family who empowers family.
Family, diverse and together.
Stronger together.
Championship on the line. Good! It's good!
Now let's turn it over to Meredith McCalman for a weather update. Meredith?
K-State is known for its trees around campus, but the only ones who notice the pollen are seasonal allergy sufferers. As spring arrives, so do the sniffles for many college students.
To most students, the sounds of springtime mean relaxation and excitement for the summer to come. But to Virginia Hardin, the season's change means watery eyes and clogged sinuses.
It's like, the typical runny nose, and sometimes if it gets too extreme, it's like my eyes get like really puffy, and then if it's very extreme, can't breathe, stuff like that, and just general itchiness.
Hardin is one of many students affected by seasonal allergies,
caused by the heightened pollen count from trees blooming around campus.
I can tell when the Chinese elms and the silver maples are flowering, even though I'm not looking. In the spring, again, late February, early March, you can start to feel it. The eyes start to itch, you get that congestion. It's small pollen, so it's easy to ingest. It travels a long way. So it's not just the trees in your backyard that are flowering. It can be pollen that's traveling a long ways.
Although K-State's campus is in full bloom this April, experts say some allergy sufferers may notice symptoms year-round if they're allergic to things like mold or pets.
Some people, like myself, allergic to pollens, love it when it rains because that rain clears the air out. Other people that are more allergic to molds hate it when it rains because that's after a rain is when the molds increase.
Lafine Health Center offers a variety of services to students suffering from allergies, including immunizations and allergy drops.
Well, obviously, you can take allergy medicine and kind of like switching them up depending on if they don't work. So like Allegra or like Zysol or Zyrtec, kind of switching them up when they stop working.
For more information on how to combat seasonal allergies, contact Lafine Health Center. Now let's take a look at some of our national weather temperatures. As you can see here in the Midwest, we're sitting at right about 70 with a lot of wind. And then as we get lower into the south, we get into those low 70s. And then over on the East Coast, mid-60s, low 50s, pretty chilly over there. And then as we get over into the east, the Northeast is our lowest temperatures with the mid-40s. And then as we move into Kansas weather, over in Northeast Kansas, we're seeing low 60s, pretty consistent temperatures throughout the whole state, just mid-70s, mid-60s, and then up into those higher 60s in the southern Kansas. And then looking at our 24-hour forecast, today's high is going to be 89 degrees, so we're getting a little bit of a warm front moving in. And then as the sun goes down throughout the day, we'll get into the lower 80s and low 60s. It's going to stay pretty sunny all throughout today. And then we'll move into our 5-day forecast. 5-day forecast, we've got a heat front moving in today with those high 80s and then a low of 62. For Friday, we're cooling off a little bit, getting some clouds, high 70s, low 50s. Saturday, Sunday, same thing. We're seeing some rain, so you might need an umbrella if you're planning on heading over to Lawrence to watch some baseball. And then on Monday, we'll get some more warmth coming in, mid-70s and high 40s with lots of sun. That's all we have for weather. We'll toss back to Camden. Thank you so much.
Coming up on Channel 8 News. A local swim team is doing more than training athletes, it's transforming lives. Plus, K-State Rugby is hitting hard on its road to nationals. And a controversial NCAA rule is cutting players from college rosters. That's next.
As college athletics continues to change, one thing has stayed the same:
the loyalty and support of our K-State family.
But now, there's a new way you can show your support.
You can now help student athletes like me get compensated for our name, image, and likeness.
Whether it is contributing to our official NIL collectives
or requesting autographs and more through the Open Doors Marketplace,
you are helping K-State student athletes succeed by connecting with you.
So what are you waiting for?
Come transform the K-State student athlete brand today.
Jones unloads a bases clearing triple. 2-2, Colts strike three in the outside corner. Another strikeout for Buss on a high fastball. K-State has done it again. Got him swinging. K-State wins the series.
So within industrial engineering, you can actually start your master's degree a year early and start taking those classes your senior year. And then after you go through those upper level courses, you only really have a year left and you would come out with your bachelor's and master's degree, which is something I have been considering just because, it's one extra year and I do love K-State. So it's like, win-win. But that's a perk with being an industrial engineer. You're able to get your master's degree in just one extra year.
Championship on the line. Good! It's good!
A local swim team is making a big splash in the community, and K-State Rugby isn't slowing down after a dominant weekend. Brian Nicholson joins us now from our Sports Center with more.
For some young athletes, swimming is more than a sport, it's a lifeline. The Manhattan Marlins swim team has been a foundation for community and personal growth for decades. Channel 8 dives into how the team is making waves in the lives of its swimmers. Adolfo Blanco has more.
For the Manhattan Marlins swim team, every practice starts with laughs, splashes, and support. A team built on commitment to inclusion, character, and growth, the Marlins have been a cornerstone of youth sports in Manhattan, Kansas since 1965.
Oh yeah, all the kids all the time. They love coming to swim practice. Like, I know them personally now. I know all their stories from school, all their drama that goes around.
Every stroke, every turn, and every second counts. At the Genesis Gym, the swim team is laser focused and ready to go deep, deep under. Ethan Ballman, a high school senior, is one of the swimmers on the Marlins. And for him, swimming has been a journey of thrill and discovery.
And I love the feeling of just kind of like flying forward through the water. Yeah, it was amazing. It is an extremely therapeutic sport. You turn your brain off and all you're thinking about is what you're doing in the water, and I think it is an amazing thing for all people, honestly, people that are struggling with anything.
Wouldn't be coming to practice if they weren't having a good time. Yeah, we push them. It can't be games every day. The assistant coaches and myself, we do the best we can, and so we do everything we can to make sure these kids enjoy it, and hopefully one day in some capacity, pass it along as well.
In Manhattan, Adolfo Blanco, Channel 8 News.
The Marlins will host their home meet, the Little Apple Invitational, on June 14th and 15th at City Park Pool. The event runs from 7 a.m. to noon each day, and it's a chance to see these young athletes in action right here at home. Founded in 1971, Kansas State Rugby has built a legacy of grit and competitiveness. This season, that tradition continued as the team captured the title on their home field at the Wildcats Sevens tournament, beating teams out like Arkansas, Kansas, Missouri, Oklahoma State, and Nebraska. Rugby is a fast, physical, and for many unfamiliar. Even the way the ball is thrown in is part of the strategy. Kansas State head rugby coach simplifies a specific inbounds play.
The ball gets thrown back in, has to go straight down the middle in between these two towers of guys, right? And you have to jump up, catch it in the air, and then you pass it backwards. Rugby, everything has to be backwards or straight on.
Ask anyone who's played K-State rugby, and they'll tell you it's going to be a physical game. That toughness isn't just part of their play style, it's something the team prides itself on.
One of those other things is definitely physicality. That's kind of something that K-State's been notorious for and really is expected on the field, is being more physical than the other team. And that's all in the mind, right? That's all mental. And that comes back to some mental toughness, but teams hate to play us because we like to hit.
Junior fly half Chandler Mogren is a key playmaker for Kansas State Rugby. With 8 tries on the season, Mogren's impact goes beyond the scoreboard as a Wildcats push for a national tournament berth.
We have a few injuries, some bumps in the road, but overall that chemistry's there. I think if we go in with high spirits and to Weston Loader, he really gives us that energy to come in game ready with the mentality that we're going to win. I think we have a really good chance of qualifying for nationals this year.
In the off and on season, Mogren has focused on improving his endurance, a key part of staying sharp in a hard-fought, fast-paced game like rugby.
It's been great. I've gotten my conditioning up, a lot of my stamina so I can run for long amounts of period of times. Keeps my body healthy.
And now we look at Toby Hamas' story in the ever-changing landscape of college athletics. A new football roster limit is one of the latest changes the NCAA has implemented. Toby Hamas has more.
The NCAA plans to implement a new rule limiting FBS rosters to a maximum of 105 players regardless of scholarship status. This change limits opportunities for players at programs like K-State, which often roster up to 120 players.
We got to remove a lot of kids from the program, and it sucks. I'll be honest with you. There's a lot of kids that want to be here, want to stay here, that we can't have in the program. Kids that have put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears in this place, kids that are invested academically, and now those kids got to make a choice. It's frustrating to me because I don't understand why the number came of 105. Why didn't we kind of slowly bring it down?
The changes in college athletics have those inside Bill Snyder Family Stadium wondering if college athletics are headed towards a professional format.
If you talked about the NFL with 53-man rosters, every player who is on that team, he understands how important it is to be on time, to be productive, to be able to execute on the field. Well, we're moving in that same direction.
In fairness to the young men, you don't have to have it done till the first day of competition. Well, how fair is that? Then it's like the NFL, and we're just going to make cuts, and kids are going to go on. Make no mistake, I'm not in favor of this at all.
K-State has already seen some players, like wide receiver Trey Davis, enter the transfer portal this spring. In Manhattan, Toby Hamas, Channel 8 News.
That's all for sports here today. From Channel 8 News, Camden, back to you.
Before we go, we'll give you one last look at the forecast. Stick around for your final check of the weather.
In a time of evolution, it is our time to elevate and carve our place atop in a new era. An era where championship expectations collide with championship support. We all must come together, fighting, ever fighting for the purple and the white. Times may change, but generation after generation, the support of K-Staters never wavers. K-State fans, are you ready to be a part of powering K-State athletic excellence in a new era?
This is a special place, man, happiness.
This is a phenomenal institution, a phenomenal athletic program with a proud tradition.
They talk about family, and you can feel how genuine it is.
The community here is so strong. It's truly like the best in the world.
No matter where you come from, the color of your skin, or your religious background, together we make a family.
And when you love people, it's amazing what you can accomplish.
So the first third of the runway.
Deviation left of course approved. Bobcat 1-2, proceed when able.
Championship on the line. Good! It's good!
Before we go, let's check in on one last time with Meredith for your final look at your weekend weather. Meredith?
Taking a look at our final weekend weather, as you can see, we've got some rain coming in this weekend. Friday, it's going to be a high of 79 with some clouds, and then that rain will move in on Saturday and Sunday. So if you're planning on heading down to Lawrence to watch some Wildcat baseball against KU, you might bring an umbrella. That's all we have for Channel 8 News weather. Back to you, Camden.
That's all we have for you on Channel 8 News. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time, and from all of us, have a great day.
This is Channel 8 News.